What is going on, YouTube? It's Wad, and today I want to talk to you about update 1.55. I won't speak for you guys, but this update surprised me like a Drake shadow drop. This update addresses many things from weapon and gadget balancing to way of life improvements and changes to the matchmaking. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The first major change we see in this update, and something I spoke about in my last video, comes to the defibrillator. I thought that the protective shroud revived players received after being defibbed was something that needed to be addressed to balance out the medium class a little bit, and we got it. From the patch notes directly, Embark writes that they have now decreased the length of invulnerability applied after a revive to 0.75 seconds from 1.5 seconds. Despite this being a big change, my initial reaction to this was, why not to 0 seconds? I mean, a game should never reward a player for getting downed. But after thinking about it for a little bit longer, I actually think this is a very good balance. The reason I say this is solely because of how you respawn in this game. You respawn like a newborn chicken with its head cut off. I mean, seriously, the respawn animation is so bright, half the time I just close my eyes. I also never know what direction I'm going to be facing when I respawn, which means I normally just end up plummeting 100 meters back to my death. For that reason, I don't think a short grace period is the end of the world. When it comes to the invulnerability you receive after a revive though, which Embark also changed from 1.5 seconds to 0.75 seconds, I think I'd like to see this one a little bit lower, if not at 0. My reasoning for this is that the defib respawns you with 40% of your max health, while the revive respawns you with all of your max health. This by definition means these two modes of revival are not equal, and because of that, there needs to be some variance in their effect. Although, that might be a little nitpicky. Moving on to the juicy part of this update, it's time to talk about the changes to the guns. The first of these comes to the Magnum, as Embark writes in the patch notes that they've decreased the amount of bullet dispersion applied when aiming down sights. Clearly from this, there was some sort of unintentional bloom with the Magnum, which probably explains all my missed shots a few videos ago. Oh no. Dude, fuck me. Additionally, they've reduced damage fall-off start range from 35 meters to 23 meters, and reduced damage fall-off end range from 50 meters to 40 meters. I think this is Embark doubling down on their attention for the Magnum to remain a close to medium range weapon. I mean, I get it. Each weapon has its spots, and I imagine they're worried about the Magnum becoming somewhat of a one-size-fits-all approach for more precise players. I can't shake the feeling that the Magnum is still missing something though. Hey guys, I just want to show you that only 1.9% of you watching are subscribed. If you're enjoying the video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that big red button on the bottom of your screen. I want to reach 100 subs by March, and if you click that button, you can be a part of that. Thank you guys. Let's get back to the video. The next change comes to the medium class's grenade launcher, the CL-40. This universal favorite of griefers has received a damage buff from 100 base damage to 110 base damage. In one-on-one battles, this doesn't change a lot. Still gonna take 2 shots to kill a light, 3 to kill a medium, and 4 to kill a heavy. I think where we might see this damage buff take effect is in more support-oriented mediums, especially in those situations when teams are stacked on top of each other more than my plate at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Over to the FCAR. Why, Embark? Why? I mean, if anything, I thought the community agreed the FCAR needed a slight buff to its magazine size, not a nerf to its damage. From what I've seen online though, the community seems split. If I had to guess, part of the reason for such different perspectives on the gun come from PC users' experience versus console users' experience. From what I've seen, the FCAR's recoil pattern is much tougher to manage with a controller than with a mouse. But I think this is something Embark could address with a hotfix to aim assist, which after being so strong a blind monkey could hit shots, has now become nearly non-existent. Next, the Guardian Turret received a slight nerf to its base health from 300 to 280. Okay, I guess this is a step in the right direction, but I still think the biggest problem with the Guardian turret is its hitbox. I also think it should disappear with squad wipes. Sorry, Spooge. Like the CL-40, the Heavy's MGL32 received a slight buff to its base damage from 80 to 83. This change seems inconsequential to me, since it doesn't change the time to kill for any of the classes. If anything, there's going to be a lot more mediums sneaking away from heavies with 1 HP. I guess for more support-oriented heavies, this might boost the weapon's pick rate, which is good for keeping the game feeling fresh for heavy players, but I don't see this really having an effect on the current SA meta. Rounding out the changes to the weapons are changes to the throwing knives. All these changes really fixed were issues with dispersion that players were experiencing while falling and sprinting. I'm not going to cover this too much because if you like the throwing knives or you're good with the throwing knives, I'm scared of you. I'm terrified. I guess you're going to be more accurate now, which means all of us normal people are going to have more blades finding our cranium. Great. The last 3 changes coming with this update are really just way of life improvements. The first of these fixes an issue where certain GPUs would sometimes crash, another where crossplay settings were being ignored while a player was in a party, and then updating matchmaking during unranked and ranked tournaments to ensure closer matches. While small fixes, I think this is a good sign. I'd still like to see Embark address the performance issues though. Embark also mentioned in the patch notes they're working on an overhaul for the recon senses. I might be in the minority here, but I don't think the recon senses are nearly as broken as people think. I think in most spots, you're better off with a healing beam or a Guardian turret, in that the recon senses only really shines when you're running a coordinated stack. If anything, they could reduce the recon senses range and make it so standing still avoids detection. Overall, I'd give this update a C+. I would have liked to see more of an effort to balance out the light class, specifically with gadgets, which if you haven't seen my last video, go over and check it out for more on that. Also, the buffs and the nerfs to the guns, except the Magnum, are extremely inconsequential. What I mean by that is, I don't see these changes affecting the way the game was played in any meaningful way. I'm sure in the short term we'll see an uptick in the pick rates of guns like the CL-40 and the MGL32, but I don't see this lasting very long. The same goes for the Guardian turret, which, while moving in the right direction, hasn't really changed that much. The changes to the defibs and revives, though, are definitely a welcome addition. It's also nice to see Embark committed to making ranked more fair, but I'd like to see skill-based matchmaking turned down a notch for quick cash and bank it. I think the sooner that Embark realizes the same matchmaking systems they're integrating into the finals are the very ones pushing people away from AAA titles, the better. This is what's giving you the edge, guys. Don't blow it, because once your players leave, they're not coming back. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about the update. What do you like? What don't you like? What do you hope to see in the future? For now, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. The support I got on the last video was truly amazing. Thank you guys so much. I enjoyed reading all of your comments and taking the time to respond to them, something I hope to do for as long as I possibly can. I mean, one day, if there's so many comments I can't respond to them all, it's going to be bittersweet. It's going to be bittersweet. For now, I'm going to let this video run out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Join up here! Link up here!
This really isn't the range for the Magnum.
Special delivery!
The powerhouses will need to come back from that wipeout.
Scotty, even the best come grinding to a halt.
Yeah, no luck. No luck with that fight ever.
Will the remaining contestant on the steamrollers play it safe or try to make it on our highlight reel? Let's see.
I shouldn't even really have the Magnum out right now, but it's just too hard to resist.
respawned and revving their engines. The steamrollers are back in the arena.
Time to bounce!
The second half of this match is underway. I bet there's a highlight reel play on the horizon, June.
The dedication of our
Start to cash
sponsors
out
is
soon.
clear, and it would be interesting to know how it impacts the competition.
Bring it on! Let's go already!
Hail Mary?
Tossing a
It's the
frag.
Boundless out in
I have
front.
a good feeling about
Throwing a
these.
frag!
The powerhouses have returned to the arena.
Time to bounce!
I got him. Oh, why aren't we sticking it? Oh, that's crazy. Why weren't we sticking it? Oh, please get it, guys. Please get it. Nice. Okay, let's bring this back out and win the game. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. We're
Great
laughing.
move there by the powerhouses, stealing that cash out.
We
Risky
are
moves
laughing
reap
right now,
rewards.
boys.
The powerhouses completed a cash out.
The powerhouses have turned up the heat with a stunning
Just on
turnaround.
here! We got this!
Awkward.
Oh look, a new vault is ready to be opened. The last member of the powerhouses could use a little staying power in the arena.
Frag grenade out!
The Boundless are strong-arming Vault 4.
Mind the mine!
I'm gonna get flanked here.
Dash to cash out D.
Jump pad ready! Special delivery!
Dude, why'd I climb? Man, why'd I climb? That's not what I wanted to do. I did not want to climb there. Oh,
Get
you're
pumped.
crazy.
Cash out in progress thanks to the steamrollers.
Behind me already, I can know.
Frag out! Frag out!
Danger out there!
Gas mine deployed!
Just fell off the map.
Going for the revive!
Oh, you're crazy.
Looks like the Boundless have found their second wind.
Oh, we are fucking comedy.
With boundless energy, the Boundless just stole a cash out. our contestants will need to stay focused out there. Another minute to go.
Throwing a frag. Sending a frag. Here's a shortcut.
We just entered the last 30 seconds of the match.
Dude, what is even going on?
10 seconds left. It's all over and going into the
Big
books.
win.
As we power down the simulation and our contestants unplug, let's take a moment to applaud our new rising stars.